Oh, okay.
Wall, and there's nothing to catch that sound. So I've got
Gotcha.
to do something. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or it's because my camera is like 480p because this fucking laptop is a piece of shit. So it might be why I just am always blurry and you're just noticing for the first time.
Well, it's a different caliber of blurry today, and that's all I'm saying.
You
But
need to put
we'll
your
roll with
glasses
it.
on.
I looked. They didn't see me do the thing. I was just like, no,
Is it
ear
me?
picks.
I need
Is it me?
my spectacles. I gotta get my
No,
spectacles.
my spec.
I put my glasses down earlier today and I have no idea where I put them down at.
Micah's probably got him.
And that sweet baby, he was like, if you let me just stay in here, I'll be quiet. And
Oh,
I was
you're
like,
like, oh
no,
no, you won't.
no, I know he won't, because he'll be like, he'll be doing this shit.
He'll be just popping up over your shoulder.
All
Yep,
blue
there's
steel and
Micah.
shit, yeah.
There's the obligatory Micah cameo.
Yeah, yeah. Because he's been in our room watching two wrestlers play that video game Halo all day. So, because we
I
don't
don't
want to
get
watch
that.
that shit.
I
I don't
don't get
either. I don't.
watching other people play video games. I don't get that.
I don't get it.
I don't
It's
even
boggles
enjoy
the mind.
watching my boyfriend play video games and he's in the same room with me as me.
I played Mario Kart with them yesterday, and like that shit has come a long way since like 1993.
Man, has it really?
And I'm not good at first person like shooter games, and so
Me
like I
neither.
don't know something with like my hand-eye coordination, like it's not working. And
Well,
I was like,
we're
okay, I'll try this
girls.
one. Yeah, and I
It's not
just
ingrained in our DNA. Like when they pulled us into our little room to give us like the talk about, the joys of becoming a woman, they took the
Mhm.
boys into a separate room and taught them how to punch without breaking their fingers and make gun noises that sound real. Whereas girls are like
Yeah.
pew 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 pew.
We got handed a broom and a dust rag, and they got
Mhm.
handed the fun. Yeah, I don't, for some reason, like my eyeballs, I can't ever like see where I'm going, even if I do it from like the point of view of the person or like where it's your like little man and he's like running. I can't, I'm like, what? And then they're like, behind you. And I'm like literally like turning my old ass body and shit, trying to look around.
Like you're
What?
like it's middle of the night and you're getting into your car in a dark parking lot.
Or you're driving and I'm like, or like you have like the controller and I'm like, and I'm going like this.
Yep.
It's not working. And then I
Nope.
just sucked at Mario Kart. I beat Kevin, so I guess that's the caveat. At least I
That's what
beat Kevin.
counts. That's what
Yeah.
counts.
Witten Molly bopped me though, so I've got to figure out a way. I was like, I'm gonna fucking practice this shit when you're at school, and then I'm gonna fucking reign dominance. I was like, I got nothing better to do all day. All right, I'm just gonna fucking like get fucking mad good at Mario Kart, and then I'm gonna be like, fuck you, I'm a fucking champ. Love
You
you,
can't
buddy.
hang with me, son.
Yes,
You can't. You
this
can't.
is
Don't
what
want
you
this.
get.
You don't want the smoke.
No, you don't want this smoke.
I hear
Who's your mama? That's right,
the
it's me.
the insults that I hear coming out of Eric, like that post that I made a couple of years ago about him playing video games on Valentine's
Mhm.
Day. About it's my finest work, but it's I never not giggle at that. But it's like I hear take that son, like in the back of dicks, and just like fuck. Who are you talking to? These are your friends?
Yeah, that's great. I was playing with my family, and the three of us, we were playing against the computer, and I was sure as fuck. I was like, "Get on the road, you fucking cunt!" And my kids were cracking the fuck up. They were hilarious. I was like, "Well, at least you guys are fucking amused, you dickholes."
Yeah, I mean, it made him laugh. That's what matters.
No, and then yeah, because Witten laughs anytime that I cuss, and it's so funny because he does too, right? Because he's my child, and I made like from scratch like tomato basil soup because it's 2 degrees here, feels like negative fucking
Ooh.
100. And this dickhole, he doesn't like tomatoes, and I made tomato soup and grilled cheese, which is like classic, right? And
Yeah.
I was like, at least ask. I was like, take your grilled cheese and like dip it in the tomato and then eat it. Like just before you say I don't like it, like you already tried it, but let's try it this way. He was like, I just don't like it, okay? And I was like, you know what?
Mhm.
I fucking hate it here. I
So
hate you
this
so
wasn't
much.
like open up a can of Campbell's, mix it with some
Mm-mm.
water. It was like homemade. See, it's a different level. It's a whole different
Yeah.
level. And I like
Have
Panera's tomato soup. Their tomato soup is that one is good.
have
But
you had
I
Schlotzsky's?
love homemade. No, I haven't had Schlotsky's, but I've
That's
heard
the
that Schlotsky's is good.
shit.
Yeah.
This was Schlotzsky's level. Like it tastes exactly like Schlotzsky's.
Wow.
I've been
Nice.
like on a soup kick lately because I guess because it's been cold, I've been on a soup kick lately, and I'm super jealous because you're there like sun's out, guns out over there, and I'm over here like, well, my heater is on 72,
Mm-hmm.
and we're not going outside, and we are like, I went out today, and I'm in my I didn't wear a bra to Walmart era because my big baggy coat you can't tell. So I went to Walmart without a bra on. I was like scandalized, even though it's Walmart, so it doesn't really count. But like I had fucking gloves, I had a goddamn hood on. Like I was freezing. Yesterday I went out and like and I had like tights under my jeans when we went out to like grocery shop. It was
Wow.
so cold. Yeah.
It's cold.
That shit
Because
is like
jeans
parked over
themselves
us.
are thick and like they're pretty
Mhm.
warm. You wear some thick socks and some boots, you're usually okay. It's really cold when the wind bites through your Levi's and you got to wear like the
Yes.
fleece lined leggings underneath them. I mean, they're
Yeah.
essentially long johns at that point.
Yeah.
But
And I have
wow.
tights that are like leggings that don't have like, the tights of old that it was like a pair of pantyhose but thicker. Well, now they
Mhm.
sell them that they're like leggings. And since I don't leave my house, and I bought them for my Halloween costume because it was cold that day too. I'm like, you know what? I was like, they is almost see through, but what leggings aren't almost see through these days? We
These
wear them.
days. Yeah.
Yeah. I live
Just
in like elastic waistband pants.
yeah, me too.
I live my best life. I love it.
I used to be such a jeans girl. Like every
Oh,
day I would wear
yes.
jeans, but now
Yes.
I'm like, no, I need my clothes to breathe. I need my
Yes.
clothes to move with me, and I need my clothes to not leave like those little, hey, get out of the window. I need my clothes to not leave those little like the little like the marks on your
Yes, the
on your
indention.
legs, like the
Yeah.
seams. Yeah. And I need to
Yes.
be comfortable because if I'm not comfortable then I'm upset and it's everybody else's problem and I'm trying to be a problem solver.
Well, do you not remember too? Is like that was not like leggings were not a thing really.
Mm-mm.
And then we had yoga pants, but you didn't wear the yoga pants out in public.
No, it
You
wasn't
wore them
stylish. It
strictly.
wasn't athleisure
No.
wear. It was workout clothes and you wore them to the
Hmm.
gym. And if you wore them to the store, you prayed to God that
You
nobody
didn't
you
run anybody you
knew
knew.
didn't run into
Yeah.
anybody. Yeah, now there's like whole stores and whole outfits curated behind athleisure wear. Thanks a lot,
And I will
Lululemon.
say we had wear because I know did girls in your school did they wear the plaid pajama pants to
No,
school as well? We had
no,
like a little bit. I think it was like my senior year. Damn it, fucker. My senior year, we had like a little bit. It was like a that, and like maybe the year after, where it was acceptable to wear your plaid pajama pants to school, right? Well, that's
yeah,
back.
yep, I've
These fuck
noticed.
faces, they think that like they invented. I'm like, you are wearing flannel, you are wearing bell bottom jeans,
Mm-hmm.
you're wearing all of the shit that I wore when I went to school.
You walk
So
down the
except we
street
were
and you're
in
like, I wore that exact outfit in
It's a
1999, bitch.
Delia's catalog. It's
Yeah.
all a
Oh,
fucking Delia's
Delia's.
catalog, which is still a
Delia's.
thing. It's still
Ah,
a thing.
Delia's. Yeah, but no
Melissa's
self-respecting 40-year-old woman would shop at Delia's.
no. Well, Melissa's daughter Mia she's 10. No, wait, hold on. She's 12. She wants all of her clothes to be out of the Delia's catalog right now.
Of course
Like
she
she
does.
had her first formal. I'll just send you a picture. She wore the like bell sleeved, like velvet looking
Oh,
dress,
the
baby doll
poet's
dress.
dress, the baby
Yes.
doll. Oh, the
That
baby
was
doll
what mhm,
dresses.
yeah. But she wore it with white like Air Force Ones. I
Because,
was like, okay, like we would have had like high heel sandals on because that's what we
or
were
Doc
forced to.
Martens.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
Doc
in
Martens.
here in Irving, like if you had formal feet too. You didn't just formal, you were formal from head to toe. You had like a updo, all the things.
Oh, because Irving thinks it's
You work
bougie.
that up, do. Okay, work that up, do.
Work that sock bun, honey.
I'm super glad we're both drinking at the same time.
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Cheers.
I
What are you
rarely,
drinking? Truly, what flavor is it?
yeah, strawberry lemonade. That's
Oh, okay.
usually like my go-to. I like the mango one, but usually strawberry lemonade is my go-to truly. Or if I'm caring what calories I'm consuming or how many carbs, then I do the wild berry and like the not lemonade kind, just the fucking seltzer water.
Gotcha.
But I don't care about calories today. I had a grilled cheese. It was
It's
magnificent.
just
It wasn't as
it's
good.
Sunday. Calories don't count on a Sunday.
When you eat your grilled cheese, do you prefer like a sliced cheddar or do you prefer like a Kraft singles?
Okay, so a grilled cheese, like I only like Kraft singles on a grilled cheese sandwich. It's
Same.
fake
Yeah.
cheese. I don't like it. I don't like it on a sandwich. That's the only time I like it. But I also like it with like a medium cheddar. Something that's got that like
Okay.
cheddary kind of bite to it, but it's still got a little bit of like melty stretchability, or a good Colby Jack. Put both of those together so you get the creamy meltiness of the Kraft single and then also like the cheesy flavor of the sliced cheese. That's how I do it.
I love a grilled cheese with my kids too. They will not eat a grilled cheese if it is like we're a sharp cheddar family.
Me too.
So we have sharp cheddar slices or we have Kraft singles. So I made all of the children their requisite on sweet Hawaiian bread. It was a good time.
Nice.
Not your
Nice.
average like Wonder Bread. But I made it and Witten doesn't chew when he eats, and so he was after like 3 bites he was done. And I was in the middle of making mine and Kevin's grilled cheese, and I was making Kevin's bougie bitch ass, his sharp cheddar grilled cheese. And I was making me a magnificent gelatinous cheese, fake cheese, grilled cheese, as the American way says, right? When the come another one, and I was like, that's the last. It was the last of the fucking shitty. I was like, "Do you want cheap cheese?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "That was the last of the fucking cheap cheese." God, so I had to eat a fucking sharp cheddar bullshit grilled cheese today.
Yeah.
And then I was at least semi behaved, and instead of using like real butter, I used like I can't believe it's not butter light, so it was
Did
less
Fabio come
calories.
out? Did Fabio come out of
Um,
the refrigerator?
he did, but it took him a while to because he's at his walker and he was going real slow, and I was like, I don't have time, Fabio. All right. I shut the door in his old ass face.
Have you ever used mayonnaise instead of butter on the outside?
I'm just now seeing that that's a thing, and I'm tempted, but I am one of those that if it's how I know that I like it and I know that I can make a bomb ass, why, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Me too. I'm the same way, but the thing is like sometimes like we normally keep a like a stick of butter in a container on the counter so that it's
Yeah.
soft. But sometimes somebody uses all of it's usually me. They uses all of the butter
It's
and they
okay.
don't replace the butter. It's like the biggest crime you can do in this house and I'm the biggest perpetrator of it.
You know what? I'm going to start commenting on all your cooking videos and be like, did you replace the butter?
You should. At least I'll get a
I
comment from
should.
somebody.
Right?
But it's a good substitute because mayonnaise is soft
It's
and it's
fat.
like yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean it's not for me. I like butter. Like it's the way that did it. It's the way I've always done it. It's the way I was taught. So that's the way I prefer it. But it's not bad with the mayonnaise. And if you
Yeah.
don't have any, but you don't want to wait for butter to come to room
Oh,
temperature so it's spreadable, then mayonnaise is it's a very acceptable substitute.
we just use like the tub butter. And so that's always spreadable.
There you go. Do you set country
Yeah.
crock?
No, we actually use Imperial because it's cheaper. Country Crock
Yes, it
is like
is.
$7 goddamn dollars.
It is. I'm just like, I'm
Like
not paying that much for a reusable plastic container that I'm gonna take my lunch
I'm
to school
gonna.
in.
Have you seen those commercials where it's like whatever fucking insurance agency, and it's like when you own a home and you get insurance, you become your parents, and like they're at the recycling bin, and she's like, "Empty butter dishes are for recycling, not for me to take my lunch to work in." And I was like, "Yes, they are." That used
Speaking
to be the
of
only Tupperware
insurance
we had.
commercials, yeah, well, yeah, like it's you get the lid and the bucket, and if you
Exactly.
lose it, it's not like the nice like Rubbermaid, where
Yeah.
My mom would freak out. That's why I always took
I
those.
would
But
freak
speaking of
out.
insurance commercials, guess who's back? The
Who?
caveman, the Geico caveman.
Is he?
I saw
He
a
was a good one.
commercial. He was a good one. He like wakes up from this dream and his wife's in bed with him. She's like, "What's wrong?" He's just like, "They made a joke out of me." It's just he's like all in his feelings about it. It was something like they replaced me with a computer generated gecko. Like it's just like
That
so
that was a
upset.
Super Bowl commercial last year. That's what that was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw it yesterday. I'm way
Yeah.
behind. I'll get
It's
around to
okay.
watching the game eventually.
I didn't
I
watch
heard the
it.
Chiefs didn't win.
I'm in the Super Bowl for the food. Like I'm not in it for the game. I'm in it for the snacks.
Yeah, I'm in it for the event that I'm working. I'm excited. We had the same event
Yeah.
last year,
I don't have
and
that much fun in my life.
it's a good time. Like Eric gets to show up early with me to like, and he can like stake out his little spot because we went out this warehouse and we set up TVs with couches and like little viewing areas all over it. And when you get there, at the time that it starts, you stand in line, and when you get there, you may or may not find a seat. Well, when Eric shows up with
Yeah.
me, because I'm working the event, we show up, an hour and a half early. He gets his little spot and in a good viewing spot, and when he posts up and he puts all his stuff down, and he just hangs out, and it's just vendors, and they have food, and it's called Stoner Bowl. So yeah, it's basically
Nice.
a reason to sit around and get stoned and get a bunch of free product and watch the football game.
Well, your life is more exciting than mine, so I don't get to have that much fun. So there's that. So
Well,
good
if
for you
cannabis
for
is ever
living your
if
best
cannabis
life.
is ever legalized in Kansas, then not only will I have a good reason to move there, then you can also have fun at these
Yeah.
events also.
Bye, kids. Yeah. I'm real fuck them kids right now.
I did a lot today. I woke up early and I got a proposal done for my February initiative for my cultural committee ambassadorship. And I went door dashing for a little while, and I attempted to make 2 videos. I should have known it was too ambitious because I ran out of space on my phone, so now I have to decide which one is it going to be, which one am I going to delete, and which one am I going to finish. So I think the cooking video is going to have to go the way of the dodo, and I have to finish my Dear Diary because I can't stop. I can't skip a Sunday. So, oh wow.
Why don't you record them with your computer?
I should have done that, and I thought about it, but
Okay.
then I was just like, I don't have a setup that like makes me comfortable that like if somebody were to like bump it, like the computer
Yeah.
not come crashing down. And the dog has been so insane this afternoon that I didn't want to risk it. And I figured it's been going well. Everything is going fine. It'll be okay. Should have
Oh,
known.
everything is fine. We're all okay. We're all fine. We're
Should have
not
known.
fine.
We're not
I'm
fine.
having 2 drinks today. I don't have to work tomorrow.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. Micah got like a thing to go to the skating rink tomorrow, and he wants to try. He's never been skating. He's like the last time he went skating, he was like 2. So I'm
Did
like,
he have
okay.
those little like one of those little things made out of like the PVC pipe with the
Mm-mm.
like the oh no, he
Nope.
didn't have the
Nope.
little
He
walkers?
had a little because he was like a fresh fucking 2, and he'd only been walking for a few months, so he had the littlest little baby skates, and he just stood in the middle of the rink, and that was all he did. And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, do you want to go? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, are you gonna actually like skate if we go? You don't want like the 50-cent hot dog that's like real big on the top of the coupon thing? And he's like, no, I think I just want to try new things. And I'm like, okay, well, let's give her a whirl. So,
Good
yeah.
for him.
So it'll be real fun when we go tomorrow and we just stand in the middle of the rink and not do anything.
We should all strive to be like Micah.
I mean, really, everybody should.
I just want to try new things.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, you want to try and like this new food you've never? No.
Nope, that's a
No,
food, not a thing.
it's not gonna be good. It's not. Are you gonna make me eat that? Just kind of like we made stew last night, and I was like, "Here you go," and he's like, So I only have to eat 2 bites. And I was like, no, you have to eat the whole fucking bowl, bro. I gave him like 4 pieces of meat, like 6 carrots and a couple of fucking noodles. Like he's aight.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't have to drink the juice, do I? And I was like, no, bro,
Aw.
you're fine.
Aw.
Just eat your fucking
Bless his
stew.
bless his heart. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, yes, no, you don't have to eat it, but if you don't want to be hungry, then I guess you
Yeah,
do.
because that's all you're fucking getting, bruh.
Yeah.
Did you write an intro?
No, you said last time you didn't want to do intros anymore.
Okay. All right, we can
I
do that.
listen to you
But
sometimes.
that's my girl sometimes. But that's Amy.
Hi, that's Missy.
Hi. Hey.
Mm.
And this is Manifested Drama. We'll just go
It
from
is.
there. So if you're not
Laugh.
listening to us by now,
What are you doing
I
with
get
your
it.
life? I
Yeah, what
get
the fuck are
it.
you doing?
I get it. Damn.
Let's just be honest, guys. You're missing out. Just
You know what?
saying.
It's okay. We're used to people not listening to us. Our kids don't listen. Our
We're
spouses
married with
don't listen.
children.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
right.
I'm getting a
So
I'm getting a middle finger from one of them that doesn't listen to me right now. Now I'm getting 2 of them. Oh, you're both doing the same thing. You're both doing this.
Is that V?
No, it's Eric.
Oh,
It would have been even better if it was V. Like,
yeah. Yeah. Gotta
Shooter. So what are we going to talk about today, Missy?
We have a couple of things. So we'll start with Paris Hilton's secret baby.
How would you feel if your child came home with a baby that they had not only had via surrogate, but did not tell you a thing about it? How would you feel?
I would be super upset unless I knew that there were like different circumstances. And like if I could figure out and like come to the reason why, like if you knew your kid pretty well, like especially if you're like close with your kid, there's probably maybe a reason that
Mm-hmm.
happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen the same videos you've seen, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So
Like
Paris
Kathy
Hilton,
Hilton. Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say that Paris has had a baby named Phoenix via surrogate. It was completely a secret to everyone, including her family, and it makes me wonder. We all know in recent years a lot has come out about Paris and some experiences that she's had in her past,
Mhm.
and it makes me wonder if because of that, if those like trust bonds were maybe broken and not rebuilt, that
Oh, I didn't think
makes
about
you
that.
well, why would you? Because even the Kardashians, they do their secret pregnancies all the time, but they at least like their
Yeah.
family members, their very close family members, they know what's going on.
Yeah.
And they know, keep your mouth shut. We're the only ones that know about it. So if it gets out, it's either the surrogate, the doctor, or somebody in the family. It's
Yeah.
really easy to find it out. So it just makes me wonder, she didn't tell Nikki, she didn't tell
Yeah.
her mom, she didn't tell her brother, she didn't tell anybody. So it makes me wonder, was this just like a big stunt? Like let's just let's how do we trump the
Yeah.
Kardashians, or was this she doesn't trust her family enough to not say anything. And I get it. Paris Hilton is one of the most famous people in the world. She was the most famous person in the world for a long time. And can you imagine like the frenzy around Paris Hilton having a baby? I get
Yes,
why
and
she
the
didn't want anyone to
scrutiny,
know. Yeah.
the
But
criticism, everything.
exactly. Oh, and then here comes all of the. If it comes out, then here comes all of the videos of her leaving jail and her and
Yes.
what's her name,
Britney
Nicole
Spears needs a
Richie.
vagina
Yeah,
when
all of
she
that
said
gets drugged
that.
back up. So of course she's just trying to move on with her life. I get it, but it makes me wonder why you can't tell your parents, you can't tell your
No.
mom, the people that you're closest
Yeah.
to. I think
But I
I would
think
be
looking at
very
it,
upset.
yeah, because you could tell the way her watching the videos on TikTok and everything, you could tell by the way Kathy Hilton reacted. Like, I think that was like a genuine, like, stunned reaction where she was brought to tears because she was so happy for her.
Mhm.
Because I think Nikki has kids. I think the brother has kids. I think Paris is in her mid-40s now. I think she's been the holdout where she was like, "Oh my god, this is not something I think she ever envisioned for Paris."
Mhm.
And I get why probably Paris did it via surrogate and didn't tell the world, and probably had this and you don't know, because it might be like speculation of, well, why did she carry it herself? Like, does she have something going on? Just beside wanting to keep the press out of her business, because we do see, and we've seen, she was at that height at the early 2000s where the paparazzi were just, they're hyper. It was post very, very shortly after Princess Diana,
Mhm.
all of that. And it's different when it's your kid. We've seen time and again where celebrities have sued the paparazzi, sued these news organizations, or done it where they sell their kids pictures first. Like, I know that Blake Lively is very vocal on keeping
Mhm.
her kids' names, genders, births, everything secret, and then
Mhm.
has even called paparazzi out for being around her kids or on their schools, taking their pictures, everything. But
Yeah.
isn't she also having another one? Wasn't announced she's having another one?
Yes, like, but when Kathy made the request, and I'm sure that you've seen that video where she's just like, "Please don't leave me out of the loop on the next
Yeah.
one." Paris had already had the next one planned because,
Yeah.
she's Paris Hilton. She's got all the money in the world. She can tailor her life to the way that she wants it. And if people have a problem with it, it's because they're jealous. It's
Yeah.
just the way it is. You're mad
Yeah.
because you can't do the same thing. And it's just like
Exactly.
the look on is just like, oh, she already has the second one planned, and I don't know if she will keep Kathy in the loop. Um, and it's like, if that's what she really wants, if she doesn't trust Kathy to keep it a secret, then good for you. But at the same time, I feel for Kathy as like a
As a
mother
mother,
wanting
yeah.
to be involved. Can you imagine the baby shower that Paris Hilton would have?
Oh my god. But the whole thing is that
Amazing.
she maybe doesn't need it.
Oh, she doesn't
Um,
need it.
well, in November 2023, she did have a second one, a daughter named London.
Oh, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that she had already had it. Well, yeah, and I knew it was
Phoenix.
gonna be Phoenix and
Yep.
London. Yeah.
Yep. Phoenix
Well,
born in January. That's girl, you got two one. Oh,
I'm
those are
behind.
like those aren't even like Irish twins. Well, they are technically, I guess, Irish twins, because they're like, that's that 12 like to or 18 within 18 months, but like that
Mhm.
is 10 months apart. You're having two babies, girl.
Yeah, it had to be a different surrogate. It had to be
One would
because for them
think,
to
but
be you
my brother
because
and
you
I are
can't even
14.
like
We're
really
14
14
months
months.
apart.
Okay.
Or
Well,
13 months, because
but still 10 months is a lot closer than, I mean, 4 months is a long time
but did she have a vaginal delivery? And if she's
cuz
doing it with like artificial insemination, does it count?
I would
You
imagine.
know?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a very good question. I would imagine that they probably had a C-section because I can't imagine Paris Hilton being okay with having a little alien-headed baby. Like how their
Yeah.
head's a little pointed when they come out of the birth
Yeah.
canal. It fixes itself over time, but I can
Yeah.
imagine Paris Hilton. Oh, just do a C-section. Make it easy as possible.
Oh, look at his head. That's hot. Do you
That's
remember that?
hot.
That's hot. Everything is
Yeah.
hot with
Yeah.
vocal
I
fry.
am glad that she has addressed the whole like baby voice thing because we've
Yeah.
talked about it for years. We're like, why does she sound different when she's talking to one person than when she's talking to somebody else? And she has acknowledged the baby voice. And then Kathy actually said something about how she used to do it. And so she's
Hmm.
like, yeah, I'm probably partially to blame. I'm like, bitch, you are
Yeah,
100% to blame
100%.
for the baby voice.
Yeah.
Anything that our kids pick up from us, we are absolutely 100%
At fault.
at fault,
Yeah.
100%.
Not even like
So,
to blame. We're at fault. Because I had
no.
been, because like you said, like we've had a lot come out about Paris Hilton where she talked about that boarding school in Utah that she went to that was, there's lots of stories that have come out that was very, very abusive. And she's forever on my like, I'm going to watch her show. I'm going to listen to her podcast. I'm going to read whatever autobiography that she's got out. And I think I need to start writing shit down because I'm losing my fucking mind obviously over here.
Need a
So
notebook.
she's one of them. And it's exactly, and it's one of those like, I watched The Simple Life with Nicole Richie. Did you watch The Simple Life? And
I
she's
didn't
even
watch The
talked
Simple
about
Life.
that. Oh, I
Mhm.
did. I was yeah, she was like, "Yeah,
We
we were
weren't
not
that dumb.
serious."
We knew what
Yeah.
Walmart was.
Yeah, she's like, "Yeah, I've been to fucking Walmart. They're here in California."
Yeah. Shit, they have them in New York. She grew up in New York. There's Walmarts in New
Yep.
York. There's Walmarts in fucking Vietnam. So,
They're fucking
yeah,
everywhere.
I've never kept up with her because I mean I know what's going on with her that comes into the news. Like I don't make it my
Yeah.
business to like follow her, but
Yeah.
there are things about her that exhaust me. Like that's hot. Yeah, that I
That's
was just like I'm over it. And the fact she's like I'm a DJ. I'm like really?
no,
You play a
girl.
you play a mixtape and you go like this. That's not a DJ.
Yeah.
You pretend to hit
Somebody writes
buttons.
your tracks for you. That's what the fuck
Yeah.
that is.
So, but I've never really seen her as like she to me is like a character and not one that
Yeah.
I was like she doesn't have main character energy for me. So
No, she's not. Bitch, we're the main character. Okay.
we're the main
Thank you.
character. She is
Because
merely a side player.
we're hot.
We're hot.
I think that was going into your can. That was like a good
That's
time.
hot.
That's the whole thing is I think too is she was like over saturation of the market because she was the
For sure.
first. I think in our time, because I want to say there's probably been a socialite in the news for every generation that we've seen. But like she and Nikki were the first socialites that we were exposed to that were like
Right.
our peers, not
Yeah.
Patty Hearst,
And
not,
I think that there was also like she had like a reputation for being a bit of a mean girl also, and I don't
yeah.
tolerate that. The movie is funny to laugh at, but when you're actually Regina George in real life, I
Which
don't
we're not.
subscribe to that. Hmm?
Which we're not.
Which we're not. No, we're not. Sorry.
Bitches. Yeah.
Are you listening? We're not.
I don't know if you can hear that knocking.
Testing. Testing 1 2.
Testing. Just checking.
Testes.
Testes.
Syphilis.
Are you thirsty?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, I'm one of those because her show's on. Is it on Netflix or is it on Hulu? I don't remember.
No, no,
That's
don't
how
watch it.
invested I am. Yeah, I'll just keep watching the TikToks that tell me what I'm supposed to know about it.
That's where I get my Paris Hilton news
Yeah,
in 30-second increments.
yeah, that's how I need everything sent to me.
Mhm.
I need short and sweet. My
Yeah,
time is like a toddler in
because
tiara. I
we
have
have
short and
very
sweet,
little time and a attention span
very
of a
little
gnat.
attention span.
Of a gnat.
Fucking big facts.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Paris on both babies. I hope your nannies do a very good job raising them. And Kathy,
That good
sorry
fucking
about
luck.
it.
Give you Shouldn't have sent your kid to boarding school, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't
they
know.
shouldn't have sent her to Utah. Bet you think twice before you do
Facts.
that again.
Straight facts. So can I ask a question? Because you didn't
Sure.
respond today. Did you get my picture of Kathy Griffin that I sent you?
Oh yes, I did. I was in the middle
Okay.
of working on my initiative, and yeah, I don't know what happened to Kathy Griffin. Like she definitely does look like what'd you call her? Uh,
Freeze-dried Macaulay
freeze dried
Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin. You know who
Yeah.
she also kind of looks like? She kind of looks like Tom Green. She looks like Tom Green when he was
Yeah.
going through chemo.
She looks like Beaker from the Muppets. Yeah.
Yeah, she sure
We
does.
yeah. I mean, we're we're not we're not being kind. Amy is not a fan of Kathy Griffin. Neither am I. I think she's tries too hard to be polarizing without actually being intentionally polarizing. I think
I liked
it's
her
that
when she first came out,
true.
like when she was on Suddenly Susan, I liked her. She was, the quirky,
Yeah.
Spitfire redhead. And I liked her first couple of comedy specials, but after a while, it was just exhausting. Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, she was like trying to be shocking for the sake of being shocking. And at some point, you're just like, this isn't funny anymore. You're just being
And
mean
it's
now.
You can be a bitchy shrew once or twice, I think. And this, for the sake of comedy, let me caveat that. For the sake of comedy, but you can't keep Chelsea Handler, I'm talking to you too. You can't use the same bit over and over and over and over because,
Yeah.
eventually you're just that old. I don't even want to know the kind of things that Trump has referred to her as because we all know. But I think if I had made that up myself, they might have been funny. But since they come out of Trump's mouth, obviously they're not. you know?
Well,
So,
the whole Trump thing, what she did while he was president, and it was
hmm
in very poor taste. Was it funny? It was more shocking than anything. It was just like, oh, okay, well, that's grotesque.
yeah.
I mean, at this point, I don't know if he deserved it. I don't know if anybody deserves that, but you know,
Yeah.
she
I
wasn't
agree.
calling for him to be beheaded. It was just, it's almost as if she does things to keep herself like, just
No,
like, to keep
facts.
herself
Yeah.
on the D list, keep her on the D
Yeah.
list. I'm like, bitch, you should have buried Wozniak when you had the chance. You
hmm
could have been a billionaire, and we wouldn't have to have conversations about you like
I
this anymore.
mean,
You could be in Saint Tropez or in Cabo or wherever you want to
well,
be, living your best life.
it looks like she might be, but her face is not living its best life.
No, I don't. I think she gave up on the plastic surgery. That's for sure.
That
She's
is
very
what it. She
red.
has no. Well, she's a ginger in the sun.
That is true. That is true.
So yeah, and I
She looks like
as much
powder.
makeup on as I have on right now. There's no telling what colors are coming out of the skin tone when I don't have like stage makeup on just to record in the 480p. I tried to do the whole my eyeliner hasn't been as black as I like lately. So I
Mhm.
did the whole like hold my eyeliner pencil with a lighter to kind of give it a little bit of life
Oh,
again.
you went old school.
And I did not give it enough time to cool. So it didn't burn me, but it was like it shellacked weird. Like I had like an unintentional sad cat eye.
Oh
I
no,
had to go wash my whole like I had to start all over again. And I was
that's
like,
a
"Are you
shame.
fucking kidding me?" Yeah. So I just was like, "Okay, I have my emo eyeliner going on right now. I'm okay with it. I accept myself for who I am. It is what it is, right? It's not like
Little
you can
late
see me
'90s
clearly
smoky
anyway."
eye, early
Yeah, I
2000s
should have.
smoky eye.
That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm just gonna start popping on here with like club makeup and just be
Do
like,
it
"What's up?" And they're just chilling in a fucking like Derby Panther t-shirt and shit.
and be like,
I don't know what to do. Yeah, I gotta wear makeup for like 2 hours a week, and then I gotta go wash it off before bedtime because that's what we do when we're
what?
women of a
Yeah,
certain
that's
age.
what you. I mean, God, I miss the days where we could fucking sleep in our makeup,
hmm
wake up, drink a Red Bull, grab a McMuffin on the way to work,
Oh
kill that hangover,
man,
work all day.
yeah. Like it used to be like when we worked at the bar, we would hang out at the
Hmm.
end of the bar when there was nothing
Yep.
going on, and the
Hmm.
smell of those bar mats, my friend. Am I
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh
At
yeah.
40, 41, I'm not sitting
Hmm.
by a bar mat at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, "Bleh."
Nope.
And that's not having not gotten drunk the night before.
I'm gonna get behind the bar with a bottle of Dawn Power Wash and a scrub brush, and I'm gonna clean the
Yes.
shit out of those bar mats because
Yes. Oh my God.
Rodrigo, you didn't clean the Andy, talking to
Andy,
you,
he's
bad
coming for
Andy.
kill Andy, kill Amy's
Kill
mouth.
Amy's mouth for being so stupid.
Oh man. He was my favorite bartender.
Yeah,
He
he was the
was. It was
best.
like him, then Charlie. They were my favorite bartenders.
They were the best.
You didn't like Charlie for a while either.
I didn't like anybody for a while.
This is true. I remember I went to get my hair done at Tony and Guy in the Parks Mall, and I ran into one of Charlie's ex-girlfriends. She was actually the one doing my hair. And I
Hmm.
was telling her how I worked and stuff. And then like literally after I left, she had called him up. And the next day, I just remember it because it's so funny. The next day at work, he was like, I fucking owe you something. And I was like, why? He was like, that was my ex-girlfriend. She called me. Guess who hit that last night? And he was like,
Nice.
if I had known you were like this good of a fucking wingman, I'd have hung out with you a long time ago.
We should have been hanging out ages
Yeah.
ago.
You always want to hang out with a blonde with big boobs. That's just like,
I
that's a
mean, it's a
solid wingman.
staple. Yeah,
Yeah. Because
absolutely.
like if you're hanging out with her, and this guys, I didn't have 7 chins at the time. My boobs were where they were supposed to be. I was 100 pounds lighter. I was passably hot. That was the whole thing. I think guys don't understand is if I did not want to fuck you, but you hung out with me because you hung out with me, other girls would want to fuck you.
You get laid. Yeah.
It's like a recipe.
Mm-hmm.
So all of you, if out of the 7 of you, if any of you was a 20-something-year-old single dude, find a blonde friend with big boobs that you don't want to have sex with, or if you do, it's
Yes.
fine. Just don't try. She doesn't want to have
Yeah.
sex with you.
You can't fuck your wingman. You can't do that. That
No,
fucks up the whole recipe. That's like using baking
you
soda when you should have used salt.
you can occasionally make out with your wing woman. I will allow that. Because I was like a kissing bandit though. I would make out with fucking anybody. So yeah, I'm like, you're all right looking. Hold on. Let me take a couple of more shots. Now we're better.
I'm drunk. Let me get a cup. Buy me a drink. Buy me a drink and we'll talk.
My favorite was always like because I was the kissing and I got around for a while. And if I was somewhere where it was somebody that I talked to or I dated that I'm not one to like end on good terms,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like,
Oh.
quick, kiss me and pretend to be my boyfriend. Like one of my guy friends, and they'd be like, okay. Yeah. So sorry, Mark. It was always Mark. It was always like the same couple of guys.
Sorry, Mark.
Yeah.
Did you ever like
Like we were homies and that was about it. All right, for me anyway.
they always run the risk of like, you just get that one time with like your bud, and then all of a sudden he catches feelings and you're like, no, you were a nut. That's all you were. Sorry.
And it was one of those that was like, I just didn't want I
Not
didn't even sleep
you.
with them. The longest one night stand ever.
Yeah, longest one night stand ever.
That's what I tell Kevin all the time.
We're such a loving household.
Little bunny hoppin' dippin' little bunny cottontail hopping through the muddy trail. All right, so
what's next?
Amy brought the list this week. So what do you have for us next, Amy?
Do we want to talk about Moms for Liberty?
Yes, that's funny.
Okay.
I think it's so funny. I think it's funny because of where it took place.
Where in Florida?
No, well, it was Tennessee actually.
Oh, okay.
The shoplifting one.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's from like the same town my cousin lives in.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
So there is a lady who is, and I don't have the story in front of me, but she is somehow associated with Moms for Liberty, which is a racist, homophobic, xenophobic, horrible discrimination group that likes to go to school board meetings in school districts and for schools that they do not have children in, and argue for their anti-inclusion, anti-DEI, diversity, and they're what's the name? Soldiers Against the Woke. And recently, one of the founding members was asked to step down.
They're Karens. They're white Karens.
They're the worst Karens ever. Yeah. And they don't like books. They want book bans. Of course, they're all anti-choice, anti-gay, anything that you can be against, they're against it. Yeah. Except guns. They love their guns. So recently there was a lady, and I can't remember what Bridget something, but she got caught up in some sort of a love triangle with her husband, which they had a 3-way relationship with another woman. The third woman has since accused the husband of sexual assault. Cut to a couple of about a week ago, another lady associated with Moms for Liberty got caught shoplifting $700+ worth of merchandise from a Target. Now, first of all, I thought Target was too woke. I thought Target was
No.
too woke for the Moms for Liberty.
Well, they're white women. That's like our mecca.
I guess so. But
Yeah.
still, if you're going to get up on a platform and, follow people around Target to make sure that they're not buying tucking panty bathing suits, and that, and making a big deal about the pride displays in
Yeah.
Target and harassing employees as they're
If
leaving,
you're
you don't
that
get to shop
staunch about
there.
it, no.
Yeah, you
But
don't
this
get to
is
shop there.
so her name is Carrie Lee Blair. She's 43. She's from Collierville, Tennessee, and she is actually a school board member on
Mhm.
behalf of this dumb Moms for Liberty. And I just think it's
Mhm.
so funny because it's like of all the places you got busted is Target. And if
Yep.
you didn't know, what Target does is like, you know how there's that camera right when you shop at Target and you're doing self checkout, they let you steal. They let you walk out. They keep a tally of how much shit you
Nice.
steal. They keep a tally of that shit. And then once it hits a certain amount, that is when you press charges. So this also means that they do it because I've seen TikToks upon TikToks upon TikToks and news stories and reels and everything on Facebook about these people that are getting busted by Target. And they're
Mhm.
like playing the victim because they're like, oh, it was only like once or twice or whatever. But it's always like in these several hundred. Like this lady, it was like $728.61 worth of
Yes.
merchandise.
You don't
So it's not like
accidentally steal that much.
she's not walking out with a TV, but she's not ringing up all of her activewear. She's not ringing up all of her Joanna Gaines, fucking pillows and stuff
She's
and
got
they're
the
marking
case of
that.
water on the bottom, that she
Yes,
accidentally
exactly.
forgot to scan.
So this dumb bitch, because let's face it, that's what they are. She wasn't even smart about it. Like if you're gonna fucking shoplift, bitch, put it like first of all, there are blind spots. Talk from somebody who shoplift all the time when I was a bad little baby's kids. There's ways to sneak shit out of the fucking store and not get caught, you dumb cunt.
Yeah.
Go ahead. But
There
yeah.
is. Yeah, that's lazy. And that really right there is the biggest example of privilege I have ever
Hmm.
seen in my life. You're not even going to try. I'm going to try to hide your
Well,
stealing, and now you want
if
to be a victim because of it.
if you are a Moms from Liberty Tennessee school board member in Collierville, Tennessee, which my aunt and uncle live there. My cousin lives there, of white affluence area. You don't need to steal from Target.
Mhm.
What the fuck? Are you putting Bailey's in your fucking Starbies and like just forgetting? Are you all hopped up on Xannies and a fucking pumpkin spice
That part.
latte?
That's
That's probably what
part.
it is, honestly.
That's
I
probably what
mean,
it
did you
is.
get messed up and you fucking went and got your Starbies, your heart rate got too fucking high, and you walked out with a sports bra you didn't need? Ugh, boggles the mind. I think it's funny though, because it's like anything Target. I love Target. Let me just tell you, I love Target.
Mhm.
But I'm not gonna shoplift from there because I'm a pussy now that I'm in my 40s. Like, woman, you are
Mhm.
43.
It's
Fucking
time to
put your
start
privilege
paying for your
away.
shit. Yep.
Yeah, your husband can afford it. You stay at home.
Get that debit card out. Get your little American Express out. Do the little zip zip and
Yep.
go about your business, and then you
When
won't
you're
be in the
getting in your
news.
Chrysler Pacifica or your Honda Odyssey for your 24 kids that you hopefully do your Kegels and keep it high and tight for the love the husband because
Got to keep that pelvic floor in
oh
order.
maybe she kept going over her allowance and she thought she needed it.
Oh, I'm sure it has to have something to do with, well, but there are people that they compulsively steal.
Yeah.
That's how they get their kicks. That's how they get their jollies. So who knows? But I think it's hysterical of anybody that could have gotten caught. This dumb bitch.
Just the
So,
shit that's come out. That's my whole thing is like when hypocrites get their comeuppance,
mhm.
it's my favorite fucking thing. My
Yeah, it's the
favorite
best.
thing.
It's the
Yeah.
best. So she is definitely going to be my dumbass of the week because you know what? If they let you steal, yeah, get the sound bite ready.
Hold on, I gotta get all the way down there.
If you're gonna yeah, dumbass, you're gonna steal like that, you deserve to get caught, and you're a dumbass. So
Yep.
congratulations,
We have an
congratulations.
early in the pod dumbass, so
Early in the pod, dumbass.
congratulations. So, do you watch Below Deck? I've never
I
watched it.
I've never watched it. My friend Lonnie watches it. There's a couple of versions, and he watches one of the versions,
Okay.
but he I thought that maybe that was one of the trash televisions that you normally
No.
watch. But I thought the story was the fact that it's a star of the show, and then just horrible accusations of abuse. And what is the dude's name? See, I sent you the links. You're
Hold
supposed to know
on.
this stuff.
Hang on, I'm trying to pull it back. I looked at that article earlier today because it did come. I think it was one of the creators or one of the writers. He actually got a child endangerment charge.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Did you
Yeah.
watch the video of what he was doing to his kid?
I listened to it while I was. I don't think that I could handle watching it actually happen, because it's pretty graphic from what
So
I
actually, no.
hear.
He's an editor. So Christopher Charkowski, who's 39, he's worked on 34 episodes of the Bravo series. Or he worked on 34 of the 39 or 30, whatever. But he was released from custody after being arrested on January 7th. So he's not like one of the people on the show, but he's like a crew member. So
Mm-hmm.
he was arrested, charged with child endangerment after an alleged, we always have to say alleged because he hasn't been convicted yet, incident involving his 6-year-old son. So I've seen two things where it was either a toddler, and looking at the video, it looked like a toddler.
It
And then
looks like
I've
a
seen
toddler.
6-year-old. He
Yeah.
basically, there's a video, trigger warning for child
Mm-hmm.
abuse, of him punching his child and throwing, like I'm talking like sumo, throwing this kid down on the couch. And I didn't
Mm-hmm.
watch the video because that's just very, after the way that I did grow up, I can't.
Yeah.
But just he could face up to 6 years in prison. There was like a still of him where the kid is like starfished out, and he's
Yeah.
got him like right here, and he's throwing him down, and it's
Mm-hmm.
a nanny cam, and it's like, I get, because rich people, like there are people, they have nanny cams or whatever. So he's facing like a felony charge right now. He
Mm-hmm.
was the editor for multiple shows, including Below Deck, Mediterranean. So I guess you said, yeah, there's more than one version. And
Yeah.
Jury Duty. There's screenshots. I don't know who leaked the screenshot. I think it might have been his charger brought to light by a person on X named Bex, claiming to be a friend of his wife. So I wonder if that's where she got it, and she was like, I don't feel comfortable, and maybe she showed her friend, but they have 4 kids.
Yeah.
So if he did it to
Makes you
one,
wonder.
guys, he's done it to all of them. Like
Yeah.
that's just,
And it makes me
there's not
wonder, like, if
one.
this person was the person that leaked it. I wonder if they are the ones that like did the whole like espionage, like plant the nanny cam thing. Because I've heard of like nannies that were working for parents that they suspected were abusive, like bringing a stuffed animal with a nanny cam
Yeah.
into the home to to monitor the home while they're not there. And also parents do the same for nannies, but it's like,
Yeah.
oh, the nannies are fighting back now, because the
I mean,
nannies are
yeah,
one that are raising these damn kids. The nannies are the ones with the
full facts.
relationships forged with these kids. He's off doing his,
Yeah,
show
editing, fucking
editing and
Below
all
Deck
that,
bullshit.
and
Yeah.
obviously doesn't have the first clue in the world about proper parenting. So,
Yeah. And there's
and I've
another
said it.
video by
Go
this
ahead.
same lady where there's it's him and an older woman, and then this older woman is identified as his mother, and he's talking about how he wants to knock off his wife and then himself. Yeah. Like,
So
it's,
some definite like mental situation going on there. That's very sad. I've said
yeah.
for a long time that I am
Oh,
not going to say that I am in favor of population control. But I
I
think that it's
fucking full ass
interesting.
am. It's necessary. It's fucking necessary. People are idiots. Keep your fucking legs closed. Like, we know people that have had multiple fucking kids that don't have custody of any of them.
Mm-mm.
And then they
Yeah.
have multiple kids that they don't pay child support for, have
Yeah.
anything to do with, all of that jazz. I fully fucking am. Like, that's a whole another day.
Well, that's the way that I feel about it, and I've said this for years to a lot of people, is I think that it's interesting that you have to have a license to drive a car. You have to have a license to be able to cut hair, to cook a hamburger, to
Mm-hmm.
you have to
Own
have
a
a
gun.
license for your damn dog, to own a
Yeah.
gun, to pull a fish out of a river. But
Yeah.
anybody with working reproductive organs
Genitalia. Yeah.
can produce a child and bring it into the world. And until something is amiss with that person, there's
Nobody
no
knows
like
what those kids are going through.
accountability or
No.
responsibility. Like, there's nobody saying,
No.
okay, so are you set up to like have this baby?
Can you
Are you
afford it?
addicted?
Are you sane
Yeah.
enough? Are you not
Yeah.
going to beat the shit out of your child? All of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because, and that's the scary part, is not knowing. So his wife actually filed for divorce in 2018. So they've
Mm-hmm.
been going back and forth for almost 6 years. So hence probably the need or the implantation of this camera,
Yeah.
because
Ooh, what if it
she
was the
also sued him for
wife?
child support in 2014. Beck X is who it was on X, aka formerly known as Twitter.
No.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of interesting. I just do think too is that you never know, because even myself, with the way I grew up, like, I was talking to one of my mom's friends over the summer that I hadn't seen since I was like 13, 14 years old. And she was like, I had no idea your mom was like that. I was like, yeah, she every
Mm-hmm.
fucking knows. Like, my father didn't
Yeah.
even fucking know that she was doing it.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting,
That is an
interesting and
excellent
shitty.
segue into our next topic. But yeah, I hope that the authorities nail this guy to the wall, nail him to the wall, and fucking
Yes.
leave him there.
Yeah.
Rusty
I
nails,
hope,
rusty jagged nails.
and I am hoping he's that
Stick
much of
one
a
up his ass
nobody,
too,
and he's poor, and I hope that he gets fucked roughly by a broomstick in prison.
with a
And I
backwards
just,
pineapple.
yeah, you're schnittious. Seriously. If you guys don't know, that's a Little Nicky reference where it's like, at 4 o'clock, you're shoving a
Nicky.
pineapple in Hitler's ass.
Oh.
And then he picks out a tiny Hitler in a French maid outfit, picks out a tiny, and they're like, nope. And he goes, you're schnittious.
No
So it's the
schnittius.
best.
And Harvey
Every
Keitel is
time,
the devil.
yeah. But I will say, every time I go to the grocery store and I see like a whole ass pineapple, I will hold it up and I'll go, you're schnittious. And Kevin will
uh,
crack the fuck up. So
I want a picture next time.
I'm gonna, okay, it's going on the we'll put it on the Manifest Drama Instagram
Yes,
next time. I'm
yes.
fully schnittious.
I'm
So
schnittious.
you're schnittious.